What's up, Knights? It's Mr. Escobar here, and I am so excited to be showing you guys a little live stream of me playing one of my favorite games on the PS4. It's called Assassin's Creed 2, and the reason why I'm showing you guys this gameplay is because we can actually learn a lot about history by playing this video game. And so I don't know if you guys have played this before. I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the year that I was going to show you guys a couple of videos, but this is perfect for what we're learning about now with our playlist, because in your playlist you guys have been doing a couple of Newsella articles on the Renaissance. And this game actually takes place during the time of the Renaissance, and you're able to see all these amazing structures that were built during the Renaissance, and you can kind of see the dynamics of one of Italy's most famous cities, Florence, which is the city that I'm in right now in the video game. So after this video, you guys are going to explore 5 places on Google Earth, and I'm just going to kind of go and show you these 5 places in the video game before you guys go and explore them in Google Earth. And it's really cool because this city it's almost exactly the same from like the 13 and 1400s. There are a couple of places that are a little more modern, but like the main structures that I'm going to take you through today are still intact, and it's really cool. If you guys ever get a chance to go visit Florence, I highly recommend it. It's on my bucket list to go and visit, but you know, with this whole pandemic going on, can't really travel anywhere. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. The first place that we're going to look at is going to be a place called Giotto's Bell Tower. And if you guys look right behind me, that's the bell tower that you're going to be exploring in Google Earth. It's actually the tallest structure in Florence, and there's actually a way where you can get to the top of the tower, and you can see right there, there's like this little like wooden plank that you can climb over, but it just takes a really long time to try to climb up. So I'm not going to climb up that building. I'm actually going to climb up that building in a second. But that's the first stop that you guys are going to look at, Giotto's Bell Tower, and it's really cool. And obviously a bell tower, it's going to be used during the day, so every hour the bell is going to ring, and even when you're playing the game you can hear the bell ringing from time to time. It was actually ringing a little bit earlier, but now I don't think I hear anything. I don't think it's ringing yet. So as I'm going around the city, like maybe we'll be able to hear the bell tower. So that's stop number 1. The second stop that you're going to be looking at is the Cathedral of Santa Maria de Fiore, and that's the big building that you see right in front of you. You can see the big dome that's right there, and then the building that's like attached to the dome, that's going to be the main cathedral. And this building is like one of the most impressive structures during the time of the Renaissance. And if you go inside of it, which in this game there's like a secret tomb that you can go and explore, but if you go inside, it just has so many amazing paintings and artwork all over the walls, and it's really awesome to see inside. And when you guys do your Google Earth, you can actually go inside and check out what the inside of the cathedral looks like. So that's the second stop that you're going to be looking at, the Cathedral of Santa Maria de Fiore. The third stop is going to be that big dome that's at the end of that building. That's called the Cupola de Brunelleschi, which means like Brunelleschi's dome. And a dome this size had never been built before. And so there was an architect called Filippo Brunelleschi who was able to build a dome like this, and he inspired so many other architects to start building domes. And you can actually get to the top in this game. There's like a big cross at the top of it, but it just takes a long time, like I said, and I only have about 10 minutes. So that's going to be that third stop, Brunelleschi's dome. Okay, so the fourth stop is going to be Palazzo Vecchio, and that's this building right here. So you can see that it's got a couple different levels to it. And so this building was used to house a lot of like royalty, so like important families in Florence would live in this building. And then you can see at the top there's like a little cage. That's actually a prison. So at the top of the tower, there are 2 prison cells that like high-profile criminals would get placed. And so I'm gonna just climb the top of that real quick so you guys can see a little bit about, oh, I barely caught on, a little bit about what it looks like from the top. So this guy's really cool because you can like climb all these buildings. Your character is really athletic. So I'm gonna just kind of climb to the top, and one thing I do have to watch out for are the guards, because there are a ton of guards in this game and they are always trying to fight me, and I don't even want to fight them. I just want to go and mind my business and do my thing, but they're always trying to fight me, so it's kind of annoying. So hopefully there are no guards over here, otherwise I'll have to run away and try not to get killed by them. Alright, so we're going to the top. Alright, so you can check out this view, and I love this game because the graphics are really, really good, and even like the newer Assassin's Creed games, the graphics are amazing. So let's go ahead and try to get to the top. Okay, hopefully I don't fall. Alright, I'm climbing on the clock. Come on, dude, go faster. Got it, nice. Okay, so I wonder if we can see any of the jail cells. Oh yeah, here we go. So you can see like inside, it's kind of like a little jail. Oh, this is it too, yeah. Like you can see here, there's a jail cell that somebody would get placed in. And in this game, your father like commits a crime or whatever, and he gets put in this jail cell. And you have to try to rescue him, but the guards end up like, you know, taking him away, and actually they ended up murdering him. So you can see here I'm at the top of the tower. Look at that. So this is a really cool view of all of Florence. You can see the cathedral, you can see the dome, you can see the bell tower, and there's also the river that kind of flows right through the city. Alright, so whenever you go to these planks, if you push triangle, it like does this cool little animation. And now once I did that, you guys think I'll survive this jump? Should I try it? Should I try it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump. Here we go! Wow, what are the odds of that? What a perfect jump. So, I'm alive, and I survived. That was awesome. Oh, I almost hit those guards. So those guys are the guards that want to fight me if I like bump into them or look at them wrong, so I got to make sure to stay away from them. So this is another cool important thing that I want to talk about. So these stages, they were used for like people to do performances, and also if you look at the wood, what do you guys see? It's red. It's blood. So what they would do is, you can see like the nooses, they would like hang criminals for everybody to see. And so it was like a hanging was like a special event that they would hold in like the middle of a town circle, or a town hall, or not a town hall, a town square, just to like warn people not to commit crimes. And so yeah, that's where like all that blood comes from. Okay. All right, so that was the 4th place. This 4th place was the Palazzo Vecchio, and that's this little building right here. I mentioned it was like a jail at the top, and then it's where a lot of the royalty lived. So we're gonna be moving through the streets of Florence. Oh, here's another cool part. So you can see this guy right here. This is what the doctors look like. So if I click accept, I'm gonna buy some health. And the doctors, they would wear those weird like bird masks. And the reason why they wore those masks is because of the Black Plague, which was one of like it is the deadliest plague of human history, and it killed about 1/3 of the people in Europe. And so the doctors wore those masks. Hold on, let me go to the doctor real quick. So if I go to, I think it's database, yeah, people, and then I go to, oh, doctors are right here. So if I click on doctors, it tells me a little bit about the history of the doctors. And so it says right here, after the plague, there was a plague called the bubonic plague, which we didn't really get a chance to talk about in our history class. But it ravaged Europe in 1350. So many doctors dressed in this plague gear in order to treat patients, and they thought that those masks prevented you from contaminating other people. So it's so crazy because this doctor is wearing a mask in 1350, right? And today, in order to go outside, you have to wear a mask. And so like we can learn a lot through history because you know, a lot of things that happen in our world have happened before in real life. And so we just have to learn from it, and we just got to trust that we can get through it, because there have been plagues before in history and we were able to get through them. So I do believe we're going to be able to get through the plague, well, not the plague, but the virus that we have going on today. So yeah, it's just kind of cool that the doctors were wearing masks and then everybody has to wear masks now. So we'll go ahead and go to our last stop. So the fifth stop that you guys have to go and look at is going to be the Basilica of Santa Croce, and it's going to be right over here for you guys to see. Bam, there it is. So that's going to be a really famous church, and you can see like the designs on the front are really cool. Oh no! Oh man, I almost died. So if I click on the database, it's going to tell me a little bit about it. It's the largest Franciscan church in the world, and it contains frescoes, which are kind of like art designs by Giotto, the same guy who designed that bell tower. And it's a symbol of Renaissance architecture, and many people consider it as like a masterpiece with architectural design. Okay, so this is the fifth and final spot that you guys are going to explore using Google Earth. So it's just, I love playing this game because you can go and explore actual places in history, and when more of these come up, I'll go ahead and make more videos for you guys, so that way you can just kind of get to view these designs and these buildings from like a different perspective. So now that's pretty much the end of the video, so I want you guys to go ahead and go to the next slide in your Google Slides, and then click on the links, follow the directions, and go ahead and check out all these places in Google Earth. All right, see you guys later.